No, we know that whenever there's a recording, we should be asked for permission if we want to be recorded.
Not in public.
Is that true?
You're Thomas Jefferson.
I would look
Hold on
at
1 second. Just
Florida
hold on 1
statute,
second.
chapter 119, okay?
If you would stand outside for 1 second, let us consult with someone to make sure that we're giving you the proper information. If you would, please, sir.
Why do you want me to go outside?
Because I need to make some phone calls.
Thank you. And
Do
can I
you
get
come
your...
outside and talk where we have more room?
No, this is fine. AC
They
through my
probably don't
email.
run into that too much here, and they probably don't ever get
Hey.
videoed here at the school bus stop.
Hey, well-
so you have to keep that in mind from their perspective.
No.
I spoke with Bill Wayne.
Welcome back, Liberty Trollers. It's your boy again, Zach here, aka Tom Jefferson. I'm sorry about the noise. We got somebody out here at the lawnmower. We're back out here at the Orange County Public Schools Transportation Services here on Hanging Moss Road, excuse me. Today's a revisit. I'm here to file my formal complaints on all those involved who treated me like a second-class citizen during my first visit last week, who treated me like I was some kind of threat and went behind closed doors and, didn't interact with me like a normal human being, treated me like I was subhuman or something. It was ridiculous. They did end up getting around to taking down my public records request. I did get my receipt via email, confirming that it was received on the other end that they submitted it to. So hopefully I'll be getting the items fulfilled here pretty soon. But I figure while I'm waiting, I should go ahead and file my formal complaints verbally here at the same place I went last time that you're about to witness. Also put in another public records request regarding the inspection records of the bus vehicles that are here. So there's a sign behind me. Let's head on in before it gets too hot. And here we are, back at it again. This is the Hanging Moss compound. Transportation Services, main office entrance, the phone number. She's walking away from her desk to go talk to someone else instead of answering the door. She went back in that office back there instead of coming out to open the door for me. This is now the third time, I believe, that I've pushed the button. If they don't answer the door, then it shows that they learned absolutely nothing from my last visit, which was the first time. Hello? Excuse me. How do we get in? What was that? Okay, thank you. I think she's getting her badge.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
How may I help you?
I was trying to get in. I need to complete some.
Okay, they told me that you will get in because it's a public space to the lobby.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so
For
much.
you. No problem. Come in.
No.
Yeah, I spoke with Bill Wayne.
Oh, did? Okay,
Yes,
then.
I
As
did.
long as he's with you then.
Yeah, he
Okay.
said, okay,
All right, you come bring in,
Thank you. What was your name?
Bring it.
Janet Garcia, nice to
Jenna
meet you.
Garcia. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
will
For
he come
Winter
in?
Park area.
All right.
Yeah, one of the managers spoke. Okay.
Yes.
You want to speak to her?
Who?
You still want to police? Now.
Good afternoon, this is Janet Garcia. Hello. Well, they told me that he could be in a public space and the lobby is a public space and to like take care of him. And we will call back if we need your assistance, okay? Thank you. Okay, appreciate it. Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, you gonna take care of her?
Yes.
That was law enforcement.
Okay, good
All
afternoon. How may I
right.
help?
Interesting. All right. Thank you so much, Jeanette. Appreciate you.
What do you need?
Well, first of all, why didn't they just let me in and call the cops instead of letting me in? That's a little strange.
I guess you came last week. I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah. I came last week
So
and
what's the need? What do you need while you're visiting?
I just need to do two things. Today I need to add to or just create a new public records request or submit one like I did last time, but just different items this time.
Okay.
And then the biggest thing on my chest right now is I want to file formal written complaints, but I want to give it verbally from my experience last time. Can I get your name, ma'am?
Do you have scrap paper or something?
Oh, the yellow pad. Yellow pad? It's right there.
Yeah.
There's a yellow pad. What you want, a yellow pad?
It could be a yellow part or you have witness statements like blank statements.
Yeah, I just need someone to write it down for me. I'll give it verbally, and it's going to be for 4 people.
That could be one.
And ma'am, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name just so I know. Okay, I'll get it.
You can do your vote, okay, wait.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. What's your name?
My name's, let's go with Zach. First name Zach.
How you spell that? With a Z?
Yes,
Did I
ma'am.
see you okay?
Z-A-C-H.
Okay.
She's fine. She's with me. You're in good
My
hands.
driver calling me. Let me answer my driver. Because
Okay.
we're in the middle of coming back to school, so give me one second.
appreciate it.
Te llamo para atrás porque estoy atendiendo a alguien aquí. Y algo importante. Yo te llamo para atrás, rápido. Thank you. Okay. It wasn't happy, what can I say?
So-
How you spell C-A-C-K?
That's fine. Z-A-C-K.
Okay. And I'm gonna put your shoes to make a statement. Today's day 7/29.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
time is it?
It is 3:34.
I'm gonna give you copies.
Okay, perfect.
Because like I'm used to.
What's your title here? Yeah, I heard
I'm
you're
an
a
area
man.
manager for Winter Park area.
Awesome. Okay.
Entrance 2.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Zach. 2025, and then you wanna, okay, what you wanna do first? The records public request, or you wanna do the statement for the incident?
The statement. Can I do all 4 employees on the same statement?
Yeah,
And it
you
would
can
go
do.
in all their individual files, I guess, disciplinary file?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we have a senior director that he could look into your concerns,
I
okay?
appreciate that. Thank you. So the first one, see, I don't know their last names. I know,
Okay,
I think
you
I know their
could- you
first
could say-
names.
You could say the description, the
Okay.
date that happened, the times. Do
Yeah.
you remember?
Well, the first one was Olga.
Olga?
What's her last name?
I'm not supposed to disclose the last name, but Olga, she works here.
Well, okay. Well, I mean,
What's her
it's public
description?
record. You know what I
You
mean?
talk to her? I
Yeah,
know,
so-
but, well,
so
I don't wanna
Olga-
get involved that much because I don't know what happened, so, I'm helping
Yeah,
you.
I mean, we'll continue, but just so you're aware,
It's okay.
I do this all over. Sorry, it's so freaking hot outside, so I have to wipe
No,
the sweat off my face.
It's okay.
So this is a public building, as you know, so
Mm-hmm.
it's public employees on taxpayer dime. So essentially, if we ask for their names, their first and last name is public record, including their title, their salary, all that kind of stuff, you know. But I already put a public records request in for that. But as long as you know who I'm talking about with Olga, for now, I guess
When
that'll.
was the incident?
This was the 24th of this month, last week.
Okay, what happened?
So I came in to, conduct legitimate business, which was to submit a public records request under Florida statute, Chapter 119 and the Sunshine Act.
Give me 1 second. Chapter 119 Everybody's calling me. One night is because we're busy. Ushatan 119, I'm sorry. I apologize.
And the Sunshine Act.
Sunshine Light. Okay. And then at what time was it? Do you remember?
It's probably close to 4 o'clock.
Sunshine
Maybe a little bit before.
4 o'clock?
Maybe just a little bit after this time, actually.
4 p.m. approximately. All right. Okay.
So when I came in to do that, everyone was nice when I first came in, and then Lori was one of them that was here. What was your last name, Lori? Ma'am?
Okay.
See,
I wrote it down here,
they're
so
going to
I
need some
remember.
training on how to deal with the public. Anyway, so I came here to conduct that business as well as document what I was here to do, like I'm doing now, basically. And I was given pushback. Not at first. At first, when Terrence came out, he was very cordial, professional. I don't know Terrence's last name, but I assume you know who I'm talking about. He's got the dreadlocks.
Yeah, he's a manager.
And he said he's not
He's a
usually
senior, yeah.
at this
No. He's
compound.
He's
He's
still-
usually at a different one? Okay. Which one is he usually at?
I don't want to disclose the information because I don't know why you're using it for. We have a process to ask for.
Yeah,
public
just to hold
records.
them accountable. What I'm doing today is I'm basically just adding to my public records request, and I'm trying to hold them accountable
I
as a
understand.
taxpayer who pays them. You know, they're on the taxpayer dime, as you know. I don't have to explain that to you,
No,
but
I
just a
understand
reminder.
I understand your concerns, but
Mm-hmm.
we have a process that we need to follow for investigation. So
Okay.
I'm taking your statement like you're asking me to.
Yeah, I appreciate
but
that.
I don't want to get as much as involved because I wasn't present that day.
Right.
And I'm trying to be as neutral as possible, and I apologize if you feel that I'm not giving you the information you need,
Mm-hmm.
but we have a process to do that, okay?
All right, so I'll give you the rundown
Okay,
of what happened.
go ahead.
So, like I said at first, Terrence was professional and cordial. It didn't start to escalate until he went back behind these doors over here to go get Olga. They asked me to have a seat over here, so I did. And when Terrence came back out, he was given bad advice from Olga to let me know that I'm not allowed to record them because I don't have their permission to do so. So she basically ill-advised him, gave him misinformation to interfere with my First Amendment protected activity. As you know, things happen from the top down, right? So if, like I said, Terrence was good at first. It wasn't until Olga got involved it started to escalate. And then once we were kind of having that discussion about the recording, Karen came out as well as Lori at some point.
Karen,
The woman who just walked back here, yeah, she won't give me her name.
Okay.
They're still sinking in their heels. It's not a good sign.
Go ahead. Let me take this off because it's
Sure.
heavy. It's okay. So they came out, and what Karen and Lori did.
So it was Olga first, and then Karen came out. They were saying,
Olga was saying that she didn't want to be recorded.
correct. They were saying I need their permission. I was trying to explain to them that we're in public. That's not, there is no expectation of privacy in public. I just assumed they would know because they're public employees,
To record. It's not the norm that somebody comes with a recording without being announced.
I understand.
Because we have like is it a public relations department that advises against going on camera without
Right.
them being present. It's not that they don't want to be recorded, it's like they're advised to ask for permission first.
Okay,
I
well,
don't know if
hopefully
you understand it because
we can
like
get that
you said-
changed.
You know how it is, like
I understand.
Like we have the Fifth Amendment as well, but we're public servers, and we have to be very careful what we disclose and how we disclose it. That's why we have some procedures in place. So it's not that we don't want to disclose them; it's that we have to follow rules.
Well, I understand your perspective, and I can appreciate that. I don't think that was their perspective. I think it was egos. You'll see the video if you haven't seen it already. It was just egotistical reactions, in my opinion. So they came out continually, told me that I could not take pictures and video. Karen came over and checked in the sign-in sheet, which, by the way, this is a request. I don't have to give up my relinquish my Fourth Amendment to give my information.
Okay, Karen came out and told you, Karen, I forgot to put her name.
Yeah.
That you could not record again? Or
Right, yeah, she was also piggyback off of what they were saying that I couldn't record. She also, I signed in as Tom Jefferson last time, and she apparently didn't like that. Started indirectly accusing me of being a liar, which is not very becoming of a public servant, regardless if she's correct or not. I'll let you catch up there.
Like another.
I'm gonna try to shorten it, okay?
It's okay. Now I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But okay, I think you're circling. I get that you're upset that happened because you're entitled to get the information. But at the same time, I want to know, like, try to narrow it down, not that emotional, but what is it that you needed that day that made you come here and present the case. And I don't know how to explain it, but make it like if you have to go to court or explain it to somebody that doesn't know, like me, I wasn't here.
Yep.
How would they either, like, I understand they were, like, in your perspective, they didn't follow a protocol because you're allowed to record and everything, but what was the reasoning? Only, like, I understand that you could get, like, not upset but disappointed that they didn't know that you could record. But what else do you need it that it didn't get completed that day? That's the main reason for your visit.
Well, the long story short, they did end up completing the public records request submission as far as getting all the items that I wanted them to write down as I gave it verbally. Terrence did that at the very, very end, literally as they were closing.
How long did it take? Like, trying to give me a time frame that
at least
all those
40
interactions took. Like, that's the important, for me, that would be the most important thing that you should narrow.
Yeah.
Is like, how long did they take since the beginning?
About 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah, 45 minutes from the time that I told them what I was here for and to get it done.
Your records request took 45 minutes.
Yeah. And the reason was because they were hiding back behind the doors and talking to me through the door. Did you know that they were talking to me through the door instead of coming out here like you are, professionally talking to me? That's rude.
Because
it's not a perspective.
People are like, they get intimidated. I don't know. I don't want to justify nobody's actions because I'm not in their mindset or head to tell you this is why this person did this, because I could not talk for them.
And believe me, I understand.
My perspective will be like, put yourself in their shoes, and if you're working at a desk or you're working at an office and you're not expecting somebody to show up at your work site unannounced with a camera, how will you feel? Like, maybe that's the norm for you because you're
I'm a journalist.
Exactly.
So you're right in that point right there. Yeah, I'm used to it, but again, it's not really my responsibility to try to understand where they're coming from, although I do. I totally get what you're saying. But have you heard of this saying, the customer's always right? In this sense, the public, the members of the public are always right until proven otherwise, I guess, in this case. For now, as I'm just putting in this complaint, we can discuss perspectives afterwards, that's fine, but that's not really my responsibility. But I totally get where you're coming from, and I love that you're being very cordial with me, and you're being extremely professional. This is a totally different experience for me.
I work in customer service, like I work in retail, I work now with accounting, and for me I get in the person's shoes because I don't know, like, the frustration where it's coming from. And if you're a taxpayer, like you said, but you could be a parent, you could be a student, you could be anybody, and for me it's important to get the help you need.
Right.
But like I said, we have a protocol in place, and maybe, like, I apologize that it didn't went the way it was supposed to or you expected it to go, but that's why I'm telling you, like, tell me the time frame it took. Like, I'm doing a fair investigation because other than your complaints, like valid complaints,
right,
we need the details, like the
facts,
back it up. You know what I mean?
I'll give you all the facts, and I'll try to stick as close to the facts, and not so much my opinions on the matter.
Right now, okay, let me tell you what I have written down. Olga, taxpayer, it was on 6/7/24/25. You came in to conduct a legitimate business, Chapter 119 on Sunshine Act at 4 p.m. approximately. That they need training on how to deal with the public.
I came in around 3:40, probably closer to 3:45, 4 o'clock, right around there.
3:45 to 4 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
And then they need training on how to deal with the public. You mentioned Lori and Terrence. Hold them accountable as a taxpayer. That they need to be professional and cordial. And he wasn't. He went to get Olga's, and she gave him bad advice. not allowed to, that she came out. Let me put she came out. Because,
Yeah, Olga was like the first point of contact after Terrence, and it all kind of
she said that
escalated
you're
from
not
there.
allowed to record them, misinformation to protected activity, recording, and Lori needed, that you needed permission to record.
Well, Lori, I don't think Lori ever said that I needed her permission. I think she was just kind of going along to get along with everyone else. She was just being obstinate. Like she was just now. You just witnessed her being obstinate to me when I asked her for her last name. She just ignored me and, treated me like I wasn't a human being.
And she said needed permission to record. Ego reaction is your, by opinion. Told me I cannot record. Karen, and she piggyback sign that you sign as Thomas Jefferson, and they accuse. Karen accused you, or who accused you?
Karen indirectly accused me of lying. Made me feel like I was a liar.
Indirectly.
Because she said, "Oh, he signed in as Thomas Jefferson, but he said his name was Zach," and then she had an attitude at that
Accusing
point,
you of that.
suggesting I was, being lying or something. That's not a big deal though to me, but
No, but it's important because that happened. They ended up writing down your records request, public record.
yeah, instead of just taking 3 minutes to take down the items in my public records request submission,
Took 45 minutes.
they took 45 minutes hiding back here and peeping at me like they're doing right now. They keep coming and looking at me through the little window slits. And then they go and hide in the back, and
Of 3 minutes.
instead of actually doing their job, that was, and had to look embarrassing.
The reason it took that long is because they were talking through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Not my responsibility. The customer is always right.
Well, you didn't have to write that part. The customer's always right. That was just to, that was just to
So
let,
let's continue.
respond to
What
something. So the names you have on there, you have Terrence.
I have Terrence.
You have Karen?
I'm gonna put them back down.
Okay. Terrence, Olga,
Olga,
Karen,
Karen,
Lori.
and Lori.
The receptionist was great, by the way. I don't know what her name is, but she's a little short Spanish girl.
No.
She's like 4'3". She's cute as a button. Yeah, she was fine. She was a little lost as what the heck's going on, but she was not rude to me.
Yeah.
She was polite. She smiled whenever, we made eye contact. She was, doing her best that she knew how to do. Everyone else was running around trying to find out how to not assist me while calling the police on me, which is, I don't know how you get more disrespectful than that.
Okay. Usually they call when like a person doesn't listen, they call them for trespassing. That's the only thing.
Well, there was
Well, I don't
nothing that
know.
I was not being compliant with or not listening on. I just came here to conduct my business, and it appeared as though it was getting done in the
But it
beginning.
didn't escalate like your tone of voice or anything?
No. I'll send you the video. Do you have a business card? I'll email it to you.
Yeah, I have it, but it-
That'll help you with your investigation for sure, because there's what I say, right? There's my story, then there's their story, then there's the truth, and the camera is an objective witness. This is why I document all of my interactions with government. It's nothing personal, just it's what I do for a living. And so my biggest complaint is that they called law enforcement while making me wait here until the hours of operation came to a close, instead of just getting me in and getting me out. Because what I was here to do should have only taken 5 minutes. Not to mention,
The police and made your way to the close of business, right?
Mhm. And they also were arguing with me and giving me misinformation, saying that I was wrong in what I was telling them. And what I was telling them was, under Florida statute chapter 119 that I mentioned earlier in the Sunshine Act, that we can submit our public records request verbally, kind of like what I'm doing verbally on this complaint. There's actually a state law in the state of Florida which I quoted already or mentioned. Those are, they are to be, public servants have to be compliant to that. It's a misdemeanor crime if they don't, if they refuse any one of the methods to allow a member of the public to submit that.
Okay.
So,
So,
are you familiar with that? How to submit a public records request? You can do it verbally. You can do it, in writing. You can email it, call it in. There's various ways you can do it, or fill out a form. In some places, but it's really up to the member of the public, based on their convenience, right? To pick which one of those methods they want to do. So if even though I can write it down myself, or I can call from home, if I'm here in person, it's just going to be easier for me to give it verbally, especially if I'm holding a camera, for someone else to write it down for me and just, do what I pay them to do.
Okay.
It's not asking for a whole lot, right?
No.
That's pretty much the whole story. I mean,
and then the
as far
time
as-
frame was how many minutes? Like you think that it would take, and if they would have complied with the Sunshine Act?
yeah, if they would have complied with the state law, it would have probably taken no more than 5 minutes. Because all they had to do is just like take a sheet of paper, or a blank sheet of paper, scrap paper, and a pen, and just write down the 3 items I was asking for, and say, okay, let's get your email. We'll submit it to the appropriate designee to then submit it to you via email that you give us. Bam, that's it. And I would have been, thank you guys for your service, and I would have been on my way. And the sign-in, by the way, this is off the record. The sign-in needs to not be mandatory. They need to make sure that it's communicated that it's a request, and that's only if you want to put in your personal information to gain access into a public area. And I just want to reiterate again, I appreciate you being professional and taking the time here. I'm not going to be too long.
It's okay. Like
We're almost done.
Like, that's where as long as we don't go, it's almost 4 o'clock. That's the time. Like they don't play me. Like I'm contact.
I'll be out of here in the next 5-10 minutes.
Go ahead.
All right. I think that's it. As far as non-law enforcement goes, I'm going to fill out my own for law enforcement at the sheriff's office in Orange County. But I think that's pretty much it here. I just want to make sure that, this complaint is
It's gonna be
put each of their disciplinary records. So
It's okay.
if there's a pattern, be held accountable.
What about the records request? You had everything that you needed requested, or you need to request something else?
One more thing, when you come back out, I'll
Okay,
give it to you.
okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, they closed me out of.
They're afraid I'm going to barge in or something.
Listen.
Hey, they're looking at me as a threat, a member of the public. That's not good.
It's sad, but
I'm just some guy with a
it's
camera.
a learning experience. Like I guess,
Hey, let's get him trained, okay? So for the public records request, I just wanted to get the inspection report for all county vehicles at this compound.
At this computer.
Yes, ma'am.
And what else?
Hi, these are the copies.
Thank you, appreciate
And this
it.
one, right, that's Richard.
All right, so that's it for that. I'll give you my email here, and then I just thought of one more thing to add to the complaint, and then I'll be all set.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And that's it for that. I'll give you my email.
Give me the email.
It's Liberty, Liberty. The receptionist here today. What's her first name?
Later.
When I came to the door to be let in, after making myself known that I was here and knowing that they saw me and knew that I was standing outside for an extensive amount of time, probably,
So do you ring the bell?
yes, like 4 times,
I rang the bell
4 different times,
4 times. And how long were you standing outside?
anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, I'd say. I was watching her come in and out of here. There was another lady wearing a hoodie, black lady, and she was coming over here with her head down, trying to keep from being seen, but I could see her.
And hoodie, black. Okay. What else? And another lady.
I believe it was a black lady wearing a black hoodie. I don't know who it was. I couldn't see her face. And then Lori, of course,
And recession, and then we put
and then Lori,
Lauren.
she was obstinate again with her name. I'm sure it's in the policy they have to say who they are when asked by a member of the public. That's just professionalism, common courtesy. Like it shouldn't be up to them to disclose
It's
their name.
professionalism, and what else you say?
You don't have to put that in there. I was just explaining.
Professionalism, disclose their name to the public.
Right. And that it's part of their policy, I'm sure. I would venture to say.
That's good that you let them know what they need to retrain
Yeah, I mean, next time if I come in here again, I mean, I don't want to be kept outside. I don't want to be having the cops called on me or, them looking at me like I'm some kind of threat and locking the doors everywhere and, treat me like I'm some kind of animal that I'm going to try to, sneak back into an area I'm not supposed to go in. That's rude. Like if you walked into a restaurant or something, everyone said, all right, everyone close the doors, lock everything, don't let her go back here. You'd be like, what's going on? They don't do this to every single person that comes over here, It's obviously some kind of discrimination. You can put that in there. I don't like being discriminated against for having a camera and exercising my rights.
Okay, let me read it back. Complaint receptionist today, 7:29, when I came to the door after making myself known. Standing outside, another lady, black, wearing a hoodie, and a receptionist both standing on the desk. Lori, but okay. Let me circle back because I went over a line. Complaint receptionist today, 7:29, when I came to the door after making myself known, I rang the bell 4 times, 15 to 20 minutes, standing outside. Another lady, black, wearing a hoodie, and a receptionist both standing on the desk. Lori, obstinate, again with the name, professionalism, disclose the name to the public, part of the policy. Let me put the R, I jumped the R. Cops call on me, treating me like I'm a threat, that's rude. Don't do this to every person. I don't like to be discriminated for for having a camera and exercising my rights. And the witnesses or the person that you're complaining against, Myra, lady with a hoodie, and I put on the parentheses black, and Lori.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
What else? That's it.
That's it.
Okay. This
That's
is
it.
for today.
And then I have a suggestion before I leave here can we get some kind of, who would be the person, I guess, that would give them some sort of First Amendment training on how to deal with the public?
That would be professional standards, but this will go to the administrator from the compound, that's
Okay.
the senior director,
Mhm.
and he will channel it through the process of like what the complaint is
Mhm.
and the channels it needs to go through.
Okay.
And if they need retraining, he will tell professional standards downtown and even media relations, the
Mhm.
department that's like in charge of us being in front of a camera.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. And I want to follow up on this later. What's the best way to follow up? Will they follow up with me
I
or?
can give you my business card.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna keep copies of everything that I'm gonna submit.
Okay.
So that way you could follow up with me.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Let me make copies.
Thank you, Jeanette.
And then, no problem. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, looks like it's about to hear thunder.
Yeah, it is.
I'm actually happy to hear that because it's been extremely hot today.
It is.
My camera outside actually
It could melt.
went out, shut down because it was heating up too much.
Yeah.
This heat is ridiculous.
It is. I don't understand my handwriting, but I could like transcribe it for them, like if they ask me and
Yeah,
keep up with me.
as long as you can read your own handwriting, that's fine. That's why I always give it verbally.
I write horrible.
Yeah, I do too, and that's one of the reasons why I give it verbally, so that they can't claim that they can't read my handwriting
Yeah,
later.
but if they ask me, I'll transcribe it, I can type it.
Yep. All right, I appreciate that you getting the process started.
Listen, I apologize that you've been through all of this. Like maybe if I was present that day, it wouldn't have escalated that long.
Mhm.
Like I'm the kind of person, if you need something, I write it down and directly
Right.
directed to. Yes. Thank you, appreciate it. Directed to the correct departments. Like
Mhm.
there's no need for people to be going. Like I understand that people could, because they're not.
Right. So, like, I understand perspectives, but the reason I'm big on asking about training is because, I mean, as public servants, they should know they expose themselves to the public, and if they don't want to be on camera that badly, they should go work in the private sector where they have some expectation of privacy, because they don't have it in public, so it's just something that they need to be
Aware. Yeah,
aware
they
of,
don't
made
know.
aware of. Yeah. So
Yeah,
after
but
I leave, that should be
It's an
something.
unavailable
Right.
situation for the person, like they don't know.
Right.
You know.
Because it's not a good look.
I'm not
When-
justifying it, but
Yeah, I'm just saying, despite what their perspective was, they need to be told, hey, if this happens again, under no circumstances are you to behave the way you did that first time or the second time. They need to be cheerful, professional. If their names are being asked for, to give it to members of the public. They can't assume the worst in every single member coming in here. That's not how you treat your boss, right? We're the bosses as the taxpayers, you know what I mean? So we can't treat our bosses the way we feel. We have to treat them based on reality and facts, you know what I'm saying? And just like how I'm talking to you is exactly how I was talking to them the entire time. Even when I was being discriminated against, I was still do my
sometimes
part to
people
be.
don't know how to react when they're under pressure. So, but this is your copies. Let me-
Thank you.
Is it the copy
That's-
or is it the original?
Is that it? Yeah.
They look like the original.
All right, so that's one complaint. That's two.
Okay.
Perfect.
And then let me go to my office. You can follow me to my office
Okay.
and wait outside because they said that the only public space is here
Okay.
in the front desk. But I could give it to you like I could come out and give it to you.
Okay.
Then you my presentation card. Okay.
All right. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Thank you.
I shouldn't. Like if I was, but I have more. And you came right like at the time.
Sorry, I had to get a picture of the flags. They're waving strongly in the wind. Feels nice out right now. Even got a breeze.
Yeah. Wait for me.
You got it.
My presentation card.
Thank you.
The compound address. This is my email. This is my employee ID, so it will go to me because I have two last names.
Excellent. Hey, if
Do
you can
see
train,
it here? See?
do you do training too? Are you able to train them? If you train them to be like you. Okay? You've been excellent. I'll put a good word in for you. And I'll email you probably tonight. I'll email you the first visit so you can see it, okay? All right. Thank you. You too. Well, that was Jeanette Garcia. She is the area manager for this compound. I'm not sure if that includes other compounds as well. But we did meet for the very first visit for another compound, not this one, but right before I came to this one for the first time on Hanger Moss or Moss Hanger Road, whatever it's called, I went to the Lake Nona location compound, and I spoke with Tim Funk, and he was an area manager as well. So I don't know to what extent Jeanette and Tim overlap, but anyway, this is my revisit here to the Hanger Moss location. And this is Orange County Public Schools Transportation Services. Jeanette really set the standard. I mean, there's a few critiques, very minor. I mean, she was trying real hard to understand the perspective of the public servants that were clearly being unnecessarily rude towards me and treating me like a second-class citizen. Now, granted, she didn't see the video apparently, so she's going off my word, but still, as a member of the public, as her boss, she shouldn't be, trying to make excuses up for them. That's just part of the blue line crap. Public servants do it as well, not just law enforcement officers. But she was cordial, professional. I feel like, this process was formally and legitimately started. I'm confident that I will get some sort of follow-up, if not proactively by her, then by me, following up at a later time. I'm going to send her the video, like I said. Regardless of how I was, if I wouldn't have been as nice as I am when I conduct these First Amendment audits, it's still their job as public servants to hold themselves to a higher standard, right? They can't say, well, I can be rude because this member of the public was rude in my opinion. They can't make that sort of determination. They have to be professional, polite, accommodating, no matter what, right? Unless there's some kind of life-threatening or serious issue going on, which you all saw the first visit. If you watched it, if you haven't, go back and watch it. You can see that I could not have been more of a gentleman, provided under the circumstances at the time. I'll do a follow-up for you guys later, let you know what comes out of this investigation. If anything, I'm hopeful. But then again, I've been wrong before. I feel like most of the time, whenever there's some sort of investigation going on from a previous visit that I did, I feel like nothing ever really gets done. And then when I go to check the disciplinary files of the public servants that I file complaints on, it wasn't even in their disciplinary files. It's like it just goes right to the garbage. So hopefully that's not the case in this case. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this interaction, and if you think anything's going to get done about it. I'm doing my best. So please let me know what you think. Until next time, truth, trigger, troll.